One of the most important elements of memorizing Scripture is reviewing your verses systematically. In fact, that's a key part of retaining your verses in long-term memory. Some have said if you don't use it, you lose it, and so it's important to keep coming back to verses, even ones that you already know. And many of you over the last year or two have reached out to us and asked us to add a reminders feature to VerseLocker so that you can schedule your verses for periodic review. And we're excited to announce that you can do this now, and the way to get started is by tapping the Practice button next to one of your verses. And you'll see we've added a new icon here in the upper left corner, and you can enable reminders for a verse by tapping the bell icon. And on this screen you'll be able to choose how often you'd like to review this passage. You can choose an interval of 1 month, 1 week, or even a few days. You can even review it every day if you'd like. But for this passage, let's enable reminders for every 4 days. And we can click the Save button. And we can see now that reminders are turned on because the bell icon has turned yellow. If we change our mind and we want to turn off reminders, we can click the bell again and click Disable Reminders. But for this passage, let's turn on reminders. Now, this passage is scheduled for review no less than every 4 days. So if it's been more than 4 days since you last practiced this verse in VerseLocker, the app will let you know. And you'll see that reminder anytime you're practicing your verses. There will be a notification just like this that lets you know how many passages are currently due for review. And you can tap on that notification, and now VerseLocker will help you practice those verses that are due for review. And so the first one that I need to practice is 1 Peter 1:3. I can use any of these practice features that I'd like, and then when I'm done with 1 Peter 1:3, I can just touch the next button here at the bottom to go to the next verse that's due for review. Now let's suppose that I reviewed 3 of those verses that are due for review, but then I got distracted and I put my phone down. Or let's say I was coming back to my All Verses page to work on some other verses, but then later on I wanted to resume my practice session. I can do that simply by coming back to the practice features on any verse, and then I'll scroll down, and here at the bottom VerseLocker lets me know that I still have passages due for review, and so I can tap on the notification, and it's now inviting me to practice the 6 remaining passages that are due for review, and I can pick up where I left off. We hope that you enjoy this new feature, that you'll let us know if you have any questions or suggestions, and most of all, that you'll be richly blessed as you take time today to memorize Scripture. God bless.